Alrighty, we should indeed be live now or shortly thereafter. Bear with me a second while I get a couple ducks in a row, and I'll get some music going too.
As the floors can take no more, stuck in this groove, right. I'm feeling bored.
Okay, ducks are now in a row. Let's get into it.
Ready, steady, go.
Alright. So tonight I was thinking I would just do, I keep saying tonight, it's like 6 in the morning. I was thinking I'd just do a little bit more Phaser.jsing. It is indeed my favorite game engine to work with. And I believe we're going to be joined by the infamous Coco Galaxy possibly soon. And if indeed we are, I've decided that I'm going to work on a game that he was really hoping I would finish. So we'll see here in a moment if he turns up. And if he does, he's in for a surprise. So just gonna get all my setup going here. And if I can even remember what it was called, Into the Cave, or was it PXGM? I really don't remember. That's okay, we'll find it. Oh dear me. That's all the stuff from last stream. Looks like I haven't worked on it in Sublime yet. So let's see, we'll find it in here. Games. Well, I was working on PXGM in May, so pretty good chance it's this one. Check the sprites, that'll be an easy way to tell. Oh, no, it's not this one. Okay, out of there. It would, in that case, be Into the Cave. Not really feeling that track. This is a little better. Floor normal. Floor. Why is there a bunch of... That's an MP3. Oh, this isn't it either. Oh no! Where is that game? TD Adventure? Platformer 1? Is it just Platformer 1? Is that the one? Coin. Yeah, that looks right. Art, yep. Hero. Is that the hero I was using? I don't even remember. Whatever, we'll check out what Platformer 1 is, and this might be the one in question. Oh, actually, no, it's not, though, is it? Okay, hold on. I'm on a quest here. I need to find what that game, or where I saved that game, really. Websites? Probably not. No. Apps? No. And I don't know what that was even supposed to be. I don't think it's in there. Oh, there's my alarm to wake up. Games, perhaps? Runner game? I don't think so. No. Well, this is perplexing. I don't know where I saved that game. Job hunt? No. Oh, you know what we can do? To GitHub, because I know I published it on something or other. So 2025 Platformer 1, that sounds promising. Sprites. Oh no, that's this one again. Well, actually, alright, you know what, that's this one that I have open. Yeah, let's try Platformer 1 and see what happens. Just make sure nothing has gone horribly wrong in the security space. Yeah, a couple things are going wrong, so let's see, audit fix. Hopefully that'll just get rid of them quickly and easily. Yep, that was painless. Check my package JSON, and it is just a regular Vite build, so that's helpful. Now let's see what this game is. Oh dear. Oh god, no. Oh, this is that one I did for a video, I think. And it's all touchscreen controls. Yeah. Well, you know what? This is alright. This is fairly fleshed out. Why don't I work on this? Oh yeah, look at this. We already got a couple different types of enemies and everything. And a health system. This is pretty good. Squashed him. Health bonus. Another health bonus. Oh, that I missed and then go ahead. This is really hard to play with a mouse. Nice, full health. Let's go. Alright. Sorry if I cough a bit on this stream, by the way, people, because I am a little bit sick. Woo! I just want to see how much of this map I fleshed out. Looks fairly big. Although I think I've gotten to the end of where everything was. Yep. Hey, it's the Coco Galaxy. What's up, Coco Galaxy? Welcome. Before you got here, I was desperately searching for the game that I was working on, that platformer game that you really wanted me to finish, but believe it or not, I could not find the source code for it, so we're working on this today. I think the first thing I want to do to this game is I want to add keyboard controls, because otherwise it's going to be really annoying to test on my computer. Also, this playlist just took a hard right. It went from like electro to metal. I'm into it. How's my audio coming through, Coco? Is it palatable? That word? Need to use file names like game name. Yeah, it would help if I actually gave any of my projects names too. It's good? Sweet. Good to know. Wow, look at this. I was even being organized with the code. I had them all split into sprites and everything. Look at me going. I had indexes? What? Why did I stop working on this project, man? Level 1. Okay, so I haven't abstracted levels away yet. But that's okay. I mean, I was only just working on the first level, so that's fair. Oh, it has a game over screen and everything? Damn, man. I want to see the game over screen. Okay, so I just got to get gooned by someone, basically. Yep. Nice. So the character kind of like lays down, it zooms in, game over, tap to restart. That's cool. Alright, sweet. But yeah, first step I want to do... First thing I want to do is add... desktop controls. Assuming that's all in here. Ooh dear. This looks like it might be a bit going on, but that's okay. Take damage, animation start, so pointer move, pointer up, pointer down. So first thing I want to do, so we'll just put a, I guess I can just put in pointer move, can't I? No. Yeah. Is down, I'm pretty sure that's a property, so we can just say if, actually, we can say if move locked or not down. Oops. Can't be helped if I put or. Rip, yeah. But yeah, so this should make it so it doesn't have that weird effect of, yeah, so it doesn't just automatically run when you're on big screen. Oh. Nice, okay, so that's that fixed. Now, what I'm thinking is, yeah, keyboard controls. So we're setting the velocity in there. Rip, little guy, yeah. Also, Coco, you know what time it is? It's time to get myself banned from YouTube. Can you drink on YouTube streams, or is that not allowed? Oh, you can. Okay, okay, cool. Just be careful about labels. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Good to know. I should just get like a generic beer cozy that just says contains beer. May contain beer. Dizzy juice? Yeah, dude. That would be hilarious. Dizzy juice on a beer cozy. So yeah, because we're doing it all with pointer motion right now, all of the movement as well as the jumping is handled inside pointer move. So basically I just need to, maybe I should make like a variable here, something like this dot is touch controls. We'll start it as true. And we'll put that in all of these. So or is not. Music is a bit loud. Okay, fair enough. I'll decrank it ever so slightly. Yeah, I don't know about this playlist. It just went from like EDM to like metal, but you know how it'd be. I'm alright with that. I've turned the volume down a little bit, Coco, so when the song kicks in, let me know if it's still too loud and I'll mess with it some more. What am I doing? So if this dot is touch controls. So if it's not touch controls, we'll dive out of any of the pointer functions. That should do nothing right now. Yep, so pointer controls still work. Okay, pointer controls still working. I like most kind of music as long as it sounds good and the lyrics aren't garbage. Yep, good call. I too seek out music without garbaggio lyrics. So now if I switch that to false, it should just totally disable the controls. Good. And now I need to, in here, make a keyboard control helper. And I forget how to do that in Phaser, so let's find out. Phaser 3, WSAD. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Always Sam. This guy here, Sam, he's a legend in the Phaser community. Always Sam to the rescue, my man. So this dot keyboard input equals that. We'll say this dot WSAD equals that. Now down in my update function here. So if not movement locked, then we'll say keyboard controls here. But yeah, is the volume any better, Coco? I turned it down a decent little chunk. Looks okay on my monitor, but hard to know for sure. And what did he say the properties would be? Capital letters, okay. I think it's your mic that's quiet. Yeah. I don't want to crank it too much because it rubs on my neck beard and makes a terrible crunching noise, but here, we'll turn it up just a little bit more. It's at 200% right now, so I'll crank it to 300. Hang on, I gotta do it on both sides here. How's that? Is that any better, or is it starting to peak and sound distorted and horrible? That's what I'm worried about, really. No, sounds good? Okay, hell yeah. 300% it is then. So let's see here. So if not this dot is, what did I call it? Touch controls? Yeah. Touch controls. So if it's not touch controls, oh, there's my other alarm. And W dot is down, or S dot is down, or A dot is down, or D dot is down. I'm gonna try and start commenting my code like a real human. So let's call this turn off touch controls if keyboard button is pressed. If is touch control, yeah, right. Then we just say this dot is touch controls equals false. And we'll say handle keyboard input. We'll do that in a sec. But first things first, I need to make it so I'm actually going to take this out of here because I've kind of done that wrong, at least for this one. So if move walk return, that's cool, but if this dot if is not touch controls, this dot is touch controls equals true. Then we'll regain touch controls if they pointer down. Music is still a bit loud. Okay. Decranking. How's that now? It's just in the bottom of the yellows on my monitor now. Thanks for helping me debug the stream, by the way. A lot better. Awesome. Good stuff. So that should allow us to switch between touch and keyboard controls. I'm going to test that out. Oh, right, because I'm in a sprite, so I need to go this dot scene dot input. No problem, yo. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So now pointer controls are all working. Now if I hit WASD, nothing happens, but I can switch back to the pointer controls. Seems to be working. Okay, so handle keyboard input, that seems to be good. And then, just curious, what version of phaser am I using here? Ooh, 3.87 legacy, yo. Okay, so now we'll say if W dot is down and grounded, we're gonna make them jump. So I gotta figure out what jumping is. Oh, right there, jump. It is jump. 340. I'm just gonna change that to this dot jump and this dot speed, this dot jump, and then we'll just steal all of that code and then just update this dot speed right here, this dot speed negative this dot speed. So the only thing we're going to lose by adding keyboard controls is on the keyboard controls, you're not going to get that fine fidelity of like being able to walk slowly versus fast. You're just going to go straight to top speed, but that's all right. It's not the end of the world. So we'll say, so that shouldn't be jumping done. Let's test that out. So pointer controls, and there you go. There we go. Good stuff. Cool. So I can switch back to pointer controls and why does it sound like sometimes it's doubling up the sound effect? Whatever, I'll cross that bridge later. And then, lastly, we will say if A dot is down, we'll just basically say this dot body set velocity X, negative this dot speed. else if d dot is down, this dot body dot set velocity x, this dot speed. There we go. So now I got negative and backwards forward speed. There you go. Oh, hold on. I gotta add one more. Else this dot body dot set velocity x 0. I will purchase you one day, Sublime. There we go. So now we got keyboard controls. Sick. Shit. Yeah, it's definitely doubling up the jump sound effect sometimes. Either that or the detuning is just out of control. Still though, yeah, actually no, that double up sound effect thing is gonna bother me. I'm just gonna confirm that it is doubling up by logging something when you jump. And let's see, that was 1. That looked like 2, hold on. Yeah, that was 2, right there, busted. Alright, so it is doubling it up sometimes. What we'll do, I think, is we'll just say this dot jump sound effect. And we'll do this up here. Say this dot jump SFX. This dot jump sound effect. Then somewhere up here we'll just do that. And same with this guy, we'll, instead of adding it every time, we'll just say, "You're back. Welcome back, Coco. The galaxy of Coco." What's it like being your own galaxy? Sounds pretty sick. I'm gonna opt out of that song. Yeah. Alright, so we got our jump sound effect, and then what I can do is I can say, well, first of all, let's just log the jump sound effect. It's fairly good, he says. Excellent. Jump sound effect. Web audio sound is playing. That's the property I want. So we'll say if this dot jump SFX is not playing, by the way, Coco, if you have anything you're curious about with regards to what I'm doing and all this coding mumbo jumbo, please do not hesitate to ask. Right now I'm just making it so the jump sound effect doesn't double up because it was playing twice sometimes. So far so good. Alright, cool. Balls. So then I'm pretty sure I haven't done anything more to the level from that point on. All right. What do you want? Which game is this, says Coco Galaxy? It has the illustrious title of platformer game. I honestly can't remember what I was planning with this game. All I know is I did like a YouTube video for it or something, and then just totally didn't do any more videos. But I figured I'd pull it back up and keep working on it. Ah, okay, yes. Coco, do you have any features you want to see built out? My immediate go-to is I kind of want to make another type of enemy, but yeah, I don't know. I'm open to suggestions if you got something you want to see built. The only thing we might run into with building out more enemies is we may start to run out of sprites, because this is definitely not my graphics. This is graphics I found in some pack on itch.io. But I think I'm keeping track of the graphics, the asset credits, yeah. Oh, here we go, graphickskid.itch.io, sprite pack 2. Okay, let's see if he has any more. Oh, dude, he's got tons. This must be why I chose this one. Oh, and it's free. You don't even have to pay to use a bunch of them. That's sick. I kind of like these little... You should make the platforming a little more challenging if there isn't very many sprites. Okay, yeah. Although, it does look like we're spoiled for choice on sprites, because that was only Sprite Pack 2, and he's got apparently 6. Oh, this one has less, but still. Oh, that's where I got the character from, okay. Let's see, 6. Oh, 6 is kind of banging. Oh, I like the penguin. I kind of want to make the, this guy here with the little jetpack. What do you think of that, if we make that guy? You be down with that? Looks like the one pack is like fruits and veg. Yeah, it does, 100%. Also, the flying one looks cool. All right, cool. Bet. Let's do that one then. I'm gonna open that up in my handy dandy finder. Okay, so I think, if memory serves, I was making my own ASE files for this. Yeah, here we go. Sprite Pack 2. Rocket Cherry. Nice. This is probably Rocket Cherry right here. Flying, hopping, hurt, falling. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe what we could do is have him flying and get it so he tries to like fly above you and then switch to this sprite and like dive bomb you. And then what am I doing for the death animation on that Mochi guy? Or the damage and all that. Okay, so he flashes, so I must have built in a system for that, so that's good. Oh, okay, and then you just knock him off. Sick. Alright, yeah, let's go. We'll call this one cherry.js. Open up the mochi guy for reference. Looks like a cauliflower. Yeah. The big chunky guy at the start. Yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he? Yeah, maybe I should rename him to cauliflower. That's funnier. Alright. We'll import game objects and math as pmath from phaser. And we just take sprite out of game objects. And we'll say, are we just exporting the class? Yeah. Export class cherry extends sprite. Get the tab sizes right because I still haven't figured out how to default these in Sublime. Now we'll say constructor. And usually for sprites I just want a scene, an X, and a Y. I believe that's all I wanted for this guy, yep. And we'll say super scene X, Y, and right, yes. We need to make an actual asset for him in the preloader. So that means I gotta bust out a sprite and make a sprite character for him. So it looks like he's a 16 by 16, or hold on, 16 by 32, my bad. All right, so 16 by 32. You could also make them drop cookable food. I'm into that. That'd be a vibe. Have like a cooking system and everything. I actually really like that. That's a cool idea. And then I just want to go in here and say view, grid settings, 16, height 32. Get my rectangle tool going. Snap to grid, I want that on. That's Shift S. There we go. Or straight up make the first level just be cookable mobs. Maybe then give you buffs and stuff. Yeah. That'd be rad. Yeah, that'd be super rad. I really like the cookable food idea. It kind of adds like an RPG mechanic to it. Alright, so that is cherry flying. I just want to see what the format I was using for the other. Yep, mochi hurt. Okay, cool. So cherry flying, that's that one done. And then we can close out of this. Whoops. We'll go back in here. So this will just be his falling frame. Grab that, drop that in here. cherry fall. Okay, so we got his falling one. Maybe I'll just get one where he's hurt as well. Oh, actually, that could be when he lands on the ground. That would be kind of sick. Yeah, let's do that. That's gonna look good. We'll call this Cherry Squish. Should make him face the ground when it's defeated. Yeah, that could be a thing, although in my experience, rotating sprites sometimes makes the graphics look real wonky when you're working with like these like low bit sprites like this. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can get something in there. So we've got his flying animation, his falling, and his squished. Fair, yeah. So we'll save this guy as... apparently I was working on this game in January, so almost a year ago. So this will go in no build, ASE. Call this cherry.ase. Alright, now we got our cherry. Oh, whoops, except I didn't export him. My bad. Actually, I can probably just go in here, can't I? There we go. So now we'll export him. We'll say packed, and we will say trim sprite, trim cells, give it a bit of padding around all of them, do an output image of cherry, except we want that to go to public. Sprites. Wow, I was so organized with this project. I'm actually rather impressed with myself. Normally I'm just a monster. Cherry JSON is going to also go in public. Sprites. And then we just want this to say frame. And there we go. Now we have our sprite exported. We should be able to pull them into our preloader. So we'll call this one cherry. Just make sure it preloads in without any errors. Looks good. So we can, oh, and I need to make the animations as well. Cherry. There we go. All right. I think I'm actually just gonna steal a lot of this code. So mess with all this. And then I'm gonna have to mess with the, put it in debug mode so that I can mess around with the size and offset properties. Oh, and also in the level, we need to handle the spawn of cherries. cherry, cherry, and in level we now need cherry as well. And we'll just do the same thing we're doing with mochi. Cherry, cherry, and then in our fancy dancy tiled program, which apparently I unpinned, we will get into here. Open file or project. Platformer 1, no build, TMX, level 1.tmx. Alright, here we go. So now we got the map in our map fancy dancy map making software. And I am just going to drop a cherry right here, just while we're building them out. Export that. And I see no cherry as such. Probably... Oh, because I haven't saved anything. Whoopsie. There we go. There's our cherry. Actually, that body and offset are not too far off. So let's do set size. Yeah, a little bit smaller than that. So we'll do 16 by 16. See how that looks. I say even a little smaller, like 14 maybe. Yeah, 14 or even 12. Yeah, 12 looks good. Now let's see what happens if I flip him. Is all hell going to break loose? Yep. Now I probably accounted for this in mochi. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Interesting. I'm surprised I didn't do anything about that. How does he look when he's flipped? Yeah, his body is off. Okay. Alright, we can do it in cherry for the first time. So we'll say... we'll say flip, set, flip. Set, flip, horizontal, flip. And we'll say, first of all, set flip X to flip. And we'll say if we'll do if flip. Then we will change the offset to something. And otherwise, we'll change it to that. Now, how does it look? It looks a little too far over on the X, basically. So we'll put that to like 2. And then we'll say set flip horizontal true. Oh, that's already looking quite a lot better. I would go even less, maybe 1. There we go. That looks pretty contained. And then we'll put it back to false. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, we got our flip horizontal function done. And then really, the overlap function is going to be the same as well. So I might as well steal that too. And we want it to play probably squish. And then we want it to play... Okay, this I'm gonna have to change up a bit, so won't mess with the body's velocity x. And then what else? We want oh, it's not mochi squish, it's cherry squish. And then we want cherry fly, I believe. And then we'll also default it to playing cherry fly. That's weird. Was it cherry fly? I can't even remember. It's a little too hardcore of a song for me. Oh, cherry flying. And fall and squish. Okay. Flying. And flying. Also, I can turn off that debugging now. That's fine. Hero, nope. Main. Debug false. There we go. There's his little flying animation. Cool. Whoa. And he does damage to me. That's cool. Nice. Sweet. Look at that. He's got a full damage system already working. That's cool. Also, I feel like we should maybe not use that squished animation for when he's damaged. We'll use his, I think it was his fall animation. Yep, nice. That looks good. Now, we're going to start doing the stuff that's a little bit more custom to him. So first of all, we're going to say this dot body dot set allow gravity to be false, so he's not falling down with gravity. There you go. Now he's just floating in midair. Oh, that was weird. I guess when he gets damaged, we can also switch gravity back on for him. Gravity true. And then this is the delayed call for when we're stopping the tween. So yep, that'll go back in here. And all right, that should be handled. There you go, knocked him down to the ground and bounced him off. Good. So now we'll give them an update function. And in here, we're gonna, first of all, I'm just gonna make them face the player. So we'll say const target equals this. And we'll say this dot set flip horizontal to be target dot x is greater than this dot x. Now he should look at you at least. Yeah, so he's looking at me now. If I jump over him, he's still looking at me. I think my message got blocked by an auto mod. Really? I'm gonna check. How do I check? Oh. Weird. Yeah. Wife cheats if true table flip. Yeah. That's weird. I thought I had it on live chat on my... Hang on, I'm gonna try and fix that. It should show everything. I thought I had live chat on. Hang on, we're gonna do a little bit more stream debugging. Chat, properties. Huh? Yeah, no, I guess it just didn't want to show it. Just gonna reboot the chat. Yeah, that's weird. It totally doesn't want to show it. Keep auto mod on. Oh, okay, fair enough. Is that some pro tips? Hit yes, lol. Fair. All right. Alright, so now we got to make it so that he flies at like a constant rate towards the player. So we got speed 50, make it a little slower, so like 30. Also going to give him a little bit more HP. He's going to be a little bit more of a beast than the Mochi guy. So, first of all, we need to say, let's see, so we've got that. We're going to say const, actually I can do that up here, const fly direction equals target.x greater than this dot x. So if that's the case, it'll be flying in a one direction. Otherwise, if the target x is less than our x, we'll say fly in a negative one direction. And also I want to add a little bit of a buffer here. So I'm just going to make this really messy in here and clean it up later. So we'll say if target.x is greater than this dot x. Good starting point. Actually, what we could do is we'll say if target.y is be greater than or less than. Y is always weird in this game engine. I think it's greater than this dot y plus, we'll say this dot hover height, or hover offset. Actually, we'll just call it fly offset. Flying offset. And I need to define that. This dot flying offset. Make it like 40. So that's in theory going to be the number of pixels above the player that is his like target to fly to. So we'll say, yeah, target y is greater than this dot flying offset. We'll say this dot set body dot set velocity y negative this dot speed else target nope this dot body dot set velocity y 0. So that should make it so that he wants to fly above the player. Oh, but he's not doing nothing. Oh, I wonder if his update function is not being called. No, it should be being called. Oh no, of course it's being called, because it's the flip horizontals working. So, okay, so I messed that up somehow. So if, comment that out for now. So if target.y console.log target.y and this dot y plus this dot flying offset. Okay, good. So it's getting the target's offset. Oh, and this dot. So yeah, it's getting greater as I fall, so that's good to know. So the target's, oh wait, target.y is 640. And then the, let's call that destination y. No, whatever. Let's just leave it as messy. Well, when in doubt, just flip the sign around and see what happens. Oh, yep, there you go, it works now. And otherwise, otherwise if the target y is, I just want him to come back down too a little bit. Also 40 is super not enough. It needs to be like 60 or maybe even 70. Whoops. There we go. Now it gets up to 70 above us. I'm gonna say even 80. Hell, let's go 90. Actually, wait, I want to make sure it still works on a phone though, so. Yeah, 90 above is fine. Okay, so I don't want him to keep getting pushed up. I want him to come back down a little bit. So let's say const destination y equals that. So if it's greater, so if it's further down and destination y, let's say, so if the target's y, how's that even working? Less than? I don't know. Whatever. If the target's y is less than destination y minus we'll say this is going to be this dot flying allowance. Give it like a 10 by 10 on both sides buffer. So this dot flying allowance and target dot y greater than dest y plus this dot flying allowance. In my head this is going to work, but it may very well not. Yep, totally didn't work. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna start this over. So the destination y is where he's trying to go. Oh wait, I totally screwed that up. That's why. Target dot y and this dot y. That makes more sense. So if this dot y is greater than the destination y minus 10, right? No, let's get rid of that flying allowance thing. That's just making it more complicated. Again, I'm just going to blindly flip the symbol around and hope it works, but that's weird that it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Oh, but now he's just going forever. No, come back. If this dot y... So if this y is less than the destination y, is less than, hang on. Why is this being so complicated? I think my brain is getting cooked right now. I'll drink more beer about it. So the destination y is the target's y. Oh, maybe it should be minus the flying offset. Nope, that did nothing. I'm gonna just stop making this confusing for myself. If this y is less than target dot y what would it be, plus this dot flying offset. I feel like I'm just doing the same thing in circles, but we will see. Okay, so now he's just levitating up again. less. Okay, hold on. Let's just log these again here. This dot y and target plus flying offset. Okay, so it's going down, so he's always going to be less. That's why he's flying up. Try switching this to minus. I feel like I already tried that, and it did nothing. $656 and then $550. So 656 is greater than 550, so it's never going in there. And that's just, oh, no, that's the trick right there. Now it's working. Okay. And cool, so we got that. Let's call this something else. Drop zone X. Drop zone X. So then this dot body dot set velocity X 0. So we want him to just fly straight up until he's at his happy height. And then when he's at his happy height, we'll say in here, if this dot X is, so if he's further behind than the target X, so if his X is less than the target X minus 10, or minus, what did I call it? This dot drop zone X, then he'll fly to the right. So that would be this dot body dot set velocity X, this dot speed. Otherwise, else if this dot X is greater than target X plus this dot drop zone X, then we'll fly at a negative speed. There he goes, climbing to his height, and then boom, he starts flying. And he follows me around. Cool. Alright, so there you go. Now when he starts oscillating back and forth, which actually looks kind of cool, but basically when he gets to that, into that buffer zone, we're gonna set the velocity X 0. we're going to say this dot body dot set allow gravity true. Let's just see how that looks first of all. You should make it a certain amount of... Wait. Why is he falling so slowly? That's weird. Oh, it's because he's counteracting with that. You should make it a certain amount over the character so it can be jumped on from platforms. Oh, like make it not as high above him? Because yeah, that would probably be smart. Also, well, actually, hold on to that thought, because I need to define another variable here. We'll call it attacking equals false, and we're gonna wrap all of this in if is not attacking. If he's not attacking, we're going to do all of this. Otherwise, if he is attacking, just for now we'll do nothing. Oh, and I got to flip attacking to true. Attacking equals true. Let's try this. So now it should be that when he flies over me, boom, he falls. I might even touch up that threshold a little bit. Let's make it like 8. I think even more. Also hover a certain amount of Y units above the character, so if you jump up to a higher platform, it will move up, and if you move down, it will move down to the happy height. Yeah, I've got it right now, so it'll move up, but it won't move back down. So that, yeah, I will address that in a bit here. So yeah, he moves up to his happy height. And watch, if we go higher up in the platform, get him following us. There he is. If I get him following us, he will start to go up higher as I get up the platforms here. Oh, he's probably doing it over there, but yeah. Shit. Make it even less, 5. And then 2 bugs found, yeah, no doubt. I'm also gonna put that inside when he's not attacking. So if he is attacking, we'll start a timer when he touches the ground. Grounded equals this dot body dot blocks dot down. If grounded, do something, but also I want to do something about the, I'm gonna move the animation code out of here, I think. Oh, well. If grounded, and we'll make yet another variable called this.resetting. If grounded and not this.resetting. So if he's on the ground and he's not yet resetting, we'll make a delayed call like this one. So after, let's say, maybe 1500 milliseconds, he'll get back up. So in here we'll say this dot resetting equals true. So it only hits that once. We're also going to make him play his cherry squish animation. Squish. Not feeling that song. Alright, so play the cherry squish. No thanks. Play cherry squish. So he should get his little squashed animation when he lands on the ground. And then we'll say delayed call 1500. We'll just basically make this dot attacking equals false. This dot resetting equals false. And I think that should be enough to make him start back up and keep flying at us. So let's test it out. So he flies up, comes over towards us. Boom. Does his squished animation. Oh, we gotta, hold on. Also gotta make his flying animation go back on. Also, that felt really fast, so I'm gonna make it 2 seconds. There he goes, flying up, flies over. Lands on the ground, gets back up. Cool. Uh-oh. That's not good. The bugs are pouring in now, boys. We'll just throw that in the reset as well. So if his HP is less than or equal to 1, we'll just not do any of this. Make that even longer. There we go, that's that bug fixed. What are we listening to? No thank you.
What we think,
Yeah.
we become.
Okay, so we got that.
Don't wake up. Don't wake up.
And
What we
also,
We become.
I think it's in here.
Don't wake up. Don't wake up.
Where are we turning his gravity on? That's on. We want it off.
We become.
because I had it turning off here.
Don't.
Oh wait, no, that's, yeah.
Don't wake up.
Set allow gravity
Wake
true.
up. Don't wake up. What we think. We
Actually, this is
become.
kind of lame. Okay. Oh, this sounds like a vibe. Alright, probably want it to turn back off when he's goes back into flying mode. And then let's just try this out. Yeah, why is he still... Oh, that was really broken. Oh! I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of brain fried, so I think I'm gonna shut that stream down now. Thank you for joining me, though, Coco Galaxy. It's been a slice. Yeah. Good stream. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Enjoyed your company. Yeah. Take it easy. Looking forward to when you start streaming. And yeah, until next time, everybody.